My Weird School Fast Facts. Space, Humans, and Farts. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pellot. Chapter 7. Light. Light is a form of energy that radiates through space. Okay, that makes no sense at all. Everybody knows what light is. It's the reason why we can see stuff. Andrea and I know some cool fast facts about light. Light travels really fast, 186,282 miles a second. That means it could travel more than 7 times around the Earth in 1 second. So if there was an explosion on the moon, it would take a little more than a second before we would see it on Earth. And if the sun exploded about 93 million miles away, and our solar system was going to end, we would know about it for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Did you ever hear that a star or planet is light years away from Earth? A light year is how far light travels in 1 year. It's almost 6 trillion miles. You've probably noticed that during a thunderstorm you see a flash of lightning and then you hear thunder a few seconds later. That's because light travels much faster than sound, almost 1 million times faster. The thunder and lightning actually happen at the same time. The lightning just reaches your eyes faster. I know that thunder is a result of the air expanding really fast and vibrating after a lightning bolt, but what is lightning anyway? Lightning is the discharge of static electricity that builds up in a cloud under certain weather conditions. The air around a flash of lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun. I know a cool fast fact about lightning. A single bolt of lightning has enough energy to cook 100,000 pieces of toast. I would have liked to see them do that experiment. They must have needed a lot of butter. Is lightning like a laser beam? No, a laser is a powerful beam of electromagnetic radiation that is created by excited atoms. Laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. A laser is just one color, instead of spreading out like sunlight or the beam of a flashlight. All the rays of light go in one direction, so they're very concentrated. That focused beam contains a lot of energy, so we can use it to cut through metal, scan a barcode, perform surgery, and do lots of other things. When you play a DVD or a CD, you're using a laser. The laser bounces off the surface of the disc to read the tiny bumps and pits in the disc. A lens is a curved glass that bends the light coming into it. There are lenses in your eyes, cameras, eyeglasses, and other things. Different kinds of lenses allow us to see far, telescopes, binoculars, or to see small objects, microscopes, magnifying glasses. Try this. Put a pencil in a glass of water. See how the pencil appears to be broken in two at the water line? That's because the light rays reflecting off the bottom of the pencil have to travel through the water, which slows them down before they reach your eyes, so the pencil looks broken where the air and water meet. Arlo, have you ever seen a movie? Sure, I've seen lots of movies. No, you haven't. There's no such thing as a moving picture. Movies are just lots of still pictures that flash by your eyes so quickly that your brain is tricked into thinking the image is moving. Cartoons are lots of drawings that are flashed in front of you the same way. Not all living things see light the same way we see it. Cats can see at night much better than people can. It's partly because they have reflecting surfaces in their eyes. Light comes in and then bounces back out, so it passes through their eyes twice. A lot of people think dogs are colorblind. Not true. Dogs can see colors, but they don't see all the colors we do. Mostly, their vision is limited to yellows, blue, violets, and blends of these colors. On the other hand, bees can see colors that we can't. Plants can't see, of course. They don't have eyes, but they take in sunlight and turn it into a sugar called glucose. It's basically plant food, and it gives the plant energy to grow. Speaking of plants, in 2016, a man in Massachusetts grew a pumpkin that weighed over 2,000 pounds. What does that have to do with light, Arlo? Well, the pumpkin wasn't light at all. It was really heavy, so it was the opposite of light. You've probably heard the expression blind as a bat. In fact, bats are not blind. They do have eyes, and they see very well during the day. But at night, they fly out and go hunting for food by bouncing sound waves off objects in front of them and listening to the echo of the sound coming back. It's called echolocation. So bats can see by using sound. Speaking of which, Chapter 8. Sound. Sound is a form of energy that is produced by vibrations. Okay, that makes no sense at all. Let's say somebody plucks a guitar string. The string vibrates. It moves back and forth. That vibrates the air around the string. That creates sound waves. It's like when you toss a rock in the water and it makes ripples in all directions. You hear vibrations when you hear music, speech, birds chirping, or an explosion. When the sound waves reach your ears, they vibrate your eardrums. There are drums in my ears? Help! Call 911. I need an ambulance. Relax, Arlo. They're just tiny little drums, about 10 millimeters wide. Your eardrums pass along these vibrations to 3 tiny bones in your middle ears. They are called the hammer, anvil, and stirrup. They're the smallest bones in our bodies. Altogether, they're smaller than the size of a pea. These bones activate the cochlea, which turn the motion into electrical signals that go to the nerves that communicate with your brain, and that's how you hear sound. When you knock on a door, you make it vibrate so people on the other side can hear it. The faster the vibration, the higher the pitch of the notes. Try this. Put 10 bottles in a line and fill each one with a different amount of water. Now blow air across the top of each bottle. What happens? The air inside the bottles vibrates to make a sound. The more air that's in the bottle, the lower the pitch. Sound waves bounce off objects. When they come back, you may hear an echo. The reason why amphitheaters are curved is not just so many people can see the stage. It also helps the sound echo all around. Sound can be loud or soft, of course. A crying baby can be louder than a car horn. On the other hand, there's a tribe of people in Sudan, Africa, called Mabans, who are extremely quiet. Their environment is so quiet, in fact, that they can hear a whisper from across the distance of a baseball field. Scientists studied the tribe and discovered that hearing loss is not a result of getting older. We lose our hearing because of all the loud noises we're exposed to every day. Just like different animals see light differently, different animals hear sound differently. Dogs, wolves, cats, dolphins, mice, some frogs, and moths have better hearing than we do. Flies, on the other hand, are deaf. They don't have ears, but they can feel vibrations. The blue whale is one of the loudest animals in the world. It makes a noise that can be heard 500 miles away. Cows make more milk when they listen to music. The speed of a sound is 768 miles per hour. But sound travels 4 times faster than that through water, 10 times faster through granite, and 15 times faster through steel. When a plane travels faster than the speed of a sound, it overtakes the sound waves in front of it. It creates what is called a sonic boom. Boom! Did you ever hear a whip crack? That's a sonic boom. The motion of the whip accelerates so fast that it's going faster than the speed of a sound. Try this. In the last chapter, we said that you see lightning before you hear thunder because the speed of light is faster than the speed of a sound. If you want to figure out how far away a thunderstorm is, wait until you see lightning. Then start counting. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Like that. When you hear thunder, stop counting. Divide that number by 5. That's how many miles away the storm is. There was a science fiction movie called Alien that used the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." No one can hear you speak or clap your hands either. There's no sound in space. To be heard, sound needs air, water, or some medium for the sound to travel through. So I guess no one can hear you fart or burp in space either. We weren't going to talk about that stuff, Arlo, remember? Oh yeah, I forgot. Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Stephen Hawking.